Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of Barf. I'm Chairman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of Barf is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of Barf are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host and in the future, if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of Barf. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, 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 what's good? It's Chairman House of Barf. I was sitting here analyzing the Forex market. Oh, first off, I apologize. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by, kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. No lie, for real. Y'all really been holding me down. After 500 spins, about a week or two ago, y'all have got me damn near past the next 100. You know, I know I'm not getting no 1,000 views every day and whatnot, which is all good. Ain't no rush. You know what I'm saying? Slow growth. I'm all about slow growth. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to foreplay. You know what I'm saying? You got to do foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Before you get into to the main game. And then you even got to have a cool down period post game. You know, so I'm cooling for real. My biggest hope is that if anything for this conversation I'm having is that, one day in the future, I may possibly even forget about what I put out there in the world, and hopefully, it gets in the right hands and somebody can benefit from it. But the reason I was just touching base was I was sitting here. Oh, and I got my bev right here. I got a bottle of Smart Water right here. You know what I'm saying, next to the bed. So let me go ahead and take a quick sip with y'all. It's approximately 2:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm up 2:45 a.m. I'm up here trying to trade. I believe this is the London session. Trust me, I'm not saying I'm an expert. So I'm doing all my research. Been doing my analysis. And things are going fairly okay. Right now, I made a bad call. It's not a bad call. So I've been practicing with hedging with Forex. One thing that I've experienced a little bit with people who have been trading Forex is they really have struggles, with their analysis, but I also noticed they just go ham. I would call it a butt naked trade. They go long, whatever currency they're trading, and when it doesn't work out, they stop loss, take profit it out. And everything about their analysis is a technical analysis, and no offense. Most technical analysis are really like predictive analysis, basically using past data to determine future data. If you don't want to call it an indicator, it's essentially a lagging indicator. Here, let's go ahead and take a look at that definition real quick. From my experience, if I'm correct, there's three main indicators. I believe it's leading, lagging, and cyclical. What is a lagging indicator?
According to Occupational Safety and Health Administration, lagging indicators measure the occurrence and frequency of events that occurred in the past, such as the number or rate of injuries, illnesses, and fatalities.
Okay. That's the Health Administration. That's not exactly, but I mean, you can get the point. What is a leading indicator in stocks?
To IG, A leading indicator is a tool designed to anticipate the future direction of a market in order to enable traders to predict market movements ahead of time. In theory, if a leading indicator gives the correct signal, a trader can get in before the market movement and ride the entire trend.
Okay. Examples of, I should know this off the top of my head. Um, oh my gosh. Like, it's like industrials and employee wages, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, let me see if I can find an example of a leading indicator. Economic, business, investment trends, lagging. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. Here, I'll go over this. Just one more indicator. What is a cyclical indicator?
According to Emerald.com, cyclical indicators is the name given to selected statistical series which provide an indication of the direction in which the economy or particular sectors or industries are moving.
Okay, so if I'm correct, these are the three main indicators of, they call it the business cycle indicators. Um, so I'll go into that a little bit more in a second. Um, so, use a bunch of a technical analysis. Um, Essentially, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say a lot of them are probably gonna be lagging. Just considering, it's just a bunch of data, that's being collected. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you go to a basketball game. Um, I got a lot of buddies sports betting as well, and it's kind of the same game. When I'm looking at these currencies and I'm looking at the analysis that they promote, technical analysis, I would say in sports betting, from my experience, from my buddies, not saying everybody, but a lot of it is emotional investing. Just more so um, like trying to pull something out of thin air. Oh man, LeBron James, he makes a lot of threes. I feel like he's going to make three threes tonight. And I don't think that he may, based off of previous data. If you take the previous data, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they have any sports betting, software that can compress a bunch of data to help people out. I mean, I guess you just go to NBA.com or NFL.com and try to create an Excel sheet or something. Um, so, here, one second, I'm trying to fix my time frame. When I was working on this trade, I had, um, I essentially I hedged my position. Now, also, I do have live news updates because I do not just want to trade off of technical analysis. A few analysis that I'm working on is sentimental, which is huge. I just experienced that with Paramount. Paramount wasn't doing shit. Then they had this news about Apple, Paramount coming out for a streaming service, shot it up. Let me see. And then some company comes out and says they're going to downgrade Paramount, shot it down. So it's just like, you got to keep the sentimental. Let me see who it is. Paramount Global trading lower as Loop Capital downgraded the stock from hold to sell, announced a $12 price target. I'm not even sure who Loop Capital is. Let me see. I should have looked at that further the other day. Who is Loop Capital? No. Yeah.
According to Bloomberg.com, Loop Capital Markets LLC provides investment banking services. The company offers brokerage, public finances, transition and risk management, sales, and trading services.
What is Loop Capital's net worth? Let me see. No, don't tell me. Loop Capital annual revenue is 8.5 million. What is it like? Give me one second. Loop Capital and control. Loop Capital Management. This is Smart Advisor. About 8.3 billion in total assets over 82 accounts, placing it among the biggest financial advisory firms in the United States. Shit, man, I've really been struggling with this job thing lately. Like it's getting more serious. Um, for a couple months there, it was like it was okay. I was still surviving, but it's starting to get real serious. And not to mention, um, nobody can really hold you down, especially as Kendrick Lamar said. As long as we got God, we gonna be all right. But especially when you got like when you meet resistance, you know what I'm saying? Um, because I still got I'm not trying to make it sound, but I still got people who are essentially are and resisting me. And you know what I look at, man? I'm getting to a point where I don't even look at people who are resisting me as people who are resisting me. No offense. I kind of look at it. This is just me being extra, or not. Let me not say that, but I'm starting to see like the devil. Not like I'm seeing the devil, but like I'm starting to see like the spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like I don't know. Like I'm seeing in binary code or something. Like when I see a bunch of people trying to tear me down, and let's just say for example, smut on your name, and I get that from Gilly and Wallow. Don't put no smut on my name. I think Wallow says it. Um, but um, it's like to an extent when in the Bible it said Jesus said, before he passed away, or um, you know, what whatever it was, where he rose, or I don't even know what happened exactly, but before it happened, he essentially there was two criminals, to the left or right of him. One was talking a bunch of crap shit, whatever. And then the other one was like, "Yo, do you know who you're talking to? Like that's Jesus." You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Yo, if he's Jesus, then tell him to get us off these crosses." You know what I'm saying? And people were talking crap on it, and essentially I'm not sure if the dude spit on Jesus or something, and Jesus was basically essentially like, "Yo," I think he was also talking about the people who were crucified him. I'm not sure. Was it Jewish people? I can't remember. But essentially he was just like, "Yo, God, don't get mad at these people. Like, forgive them, for they know not what they do." You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing myself to Jesus or nothing, but it's like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, "Yo, these people, no offense, are like borderline like possessed, and it's not possessed. It's more so like I don't know what you would call it. Like I would call it not exercising their um their 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 positive beliefs, their spirituality, not exercising their spirituality, and therefore you don't exercise your spirituality, then you end up like, I guess in this analogy, like a fat person, or not a fat person, I don't want to say that, but like unhealthy or malnourished or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's more where I see it. Possessed, I've never really, I don't think I've experienced that. I don't ever want to experience it. I don't know what's going on in that realm of, I just finished watching that Russell Crowe film, the priest, the Pope's priest or something like that. And it's like, yo, that, I don't ever want to experience anything like that. I don't know what it is about possessed movies, but it only seems like they happen in Catholic, like Europe, Spain, Catholic. I don't know. I don't think I've ever experienced somebody possessed in like the black culture, but I don't know. So yeah, times have gotten really tough, especially when meeting resistance. A lot, not a lot. It's just a few people who, really want to make things difficult for me, as and vice versa. I'm no different. I'm probably resisting someone else. You know what I'm saying? Making things really hard for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I'm above or below anybody. We're in a fishbowl, and you just keep moving. But things have been getting really tough financially with being out of work, and I'm taking a look at this Loop Capital. I didn't realize it was an 8.5 billion dollar firm. Um, let's see. They got six. Is that 6 trillion? No, no way. In debt equity, 1 billion in fixed income, 750 million in average daily trading. What's this? An investment advisory firm? Let me see. I'm trying to figure out who this Loop Capital is and where they located. Because if I can, I'm about to put an application in. Looks like they Loop Capital. Sorry, I told y'all I do these episodes and then y'all just ride down the road with me. They're in Chicago, New York, and is that the main locations? Okay, it looks like Chicago and New York. Typical. Man, there's so much typical shit. Like with, sorry, man. Sometimes I get so pissed off at the typical shit, and they know damn well they can't afford that office in Chicago. But you got to be in Chicago. You got to be in New York. You know, probably can't even barely afford the place in New York. You know, but you know, if you want to prove to everybody that you're a big baller in the game, you got to have a building. I guess it's to an extent, it's like, you know, showing your bulge, or your print, whatever people call it. So I'm gonna take a look at that, put an application in with them. I'll probably try to apply for. See, and that's another thing is like I'm also going through some legal shit, and I'm not even really sure if I can leave the state. Not like that. Like I'm not like, but like essentially what I'm talking about is I got some custody shit going on. And I'm not even really sure if I can leave the state, because if I leave the state, then they may forfeit my, you know, my custody, saying that, yo, you got big dreams, you want to be Mr., you know, traveling, you know, solving the world's economic issues, then, you can't really do that. And, you know, so I don't know how I'm gonna work with that. Told you, a bunch of resistance, like, yo, bunch of resistance for dumb shit, dumb human nature, vulnerable to the flesh, that shit. That's what I mean. Not possessed or anything like that. But when you don't exercise your spirituality, you can be vulnerable to the flesh, me included. I still enjoy having me indulging in a nice beverage. But I don't know what else basically going on. But essentially, there's sentimental analysis. Oh, my play is actually working out. Let me see real quick. Oh gosh, this happens a lot where I'm doing research during the time where I'm trading, and this happened to me not too long ago. I can't remember what I was looking at, but I was trading and I took a second. I took a second to do some research on something. Man, I came back. My play was all out of whack. Like I had like a short call in. I can't remember what it was. I had a short call in. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying, I had the short call in at $17 or something. Man, or sweetheart, I went to go do a little bit of research, and joint like it shot up to like $25. I mean, like I probably did. Let me think. It was probably like over an hour. I was probably doing like an hour worth of research. Um, yeah, and the shit just went crazy. So I'm looking at my play right now. It's actually going in my favor. But what are the different type of analysis, technical analysis? I'm sorry, I don't think I asked that correctly.
According to Investopedia, the two major types of technical analysis are chart patterns and technical indicators. Chart patterns are a subjective form of technical.
That's not what I'm looking for. Let me see if I can. I asked this the other day. What's the different type of analysis in trading?
According to Hantech Markets, technical analysis looks at past price movements to try and predict future price action. Fundamental analysis looks at economic factors that could affect currency prices. Sentiment analysis looks at how psychology affects trading decisions. All three types of analysis can be used in conjunction to get the best results.
All right, so that's the top three. I think there's maybe another one or two. Descriptive statistics, quantitative analysis. And, you know, it could probably keep going on and on and on. I would love to take a look at that quantitative analysis because I don't think I incorporate that. Let me see. Quantitative analysis in finance refers to the use of mathematical statistical techniques to analyze financial and economic data and making trading, investment, and risk management decisions. QA, quantitative analysis, starts with data collection where quants gather a vast amount of financial data that might affect the market. And then let me take a look at descriptive. Descriptive is a set, brief, descriptive coefficients that summarize a given data set representative of an entire or sample population. I don't even know what I just read. What? Let me see. Descriptive statistics are brief informational coefficients that summarize a given data set, which can either a representation which can be either a representation of the entire population or a sample of a population. Descriptive statistics are broken down into measures of central tendency and measures of variability spread. That's Investopedia.com. So, I'm going to keep that up. I like that. Kirk Cousins, I like it. So let me go ahead and keep those up. I'm gonna put sentimental analysis. I could even dive deeper into my fundamental. My fundamental analysis is not, I'm gonna say, the strongest. However, with the fundamental analysis, one thing I am liking is I do keep live news up. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm taking a look at USD JPY. That's kind of been my go-to lately. For some reason, it's just been I've been able to kind of figure it out a little bit. Let me go back to my position. Crap. It was doing what I wanted it to do. So essentially, real quick, I'll get into it in 1 second. Let me go look at this not fundamental, but news. Unsecured overnight call rate data. Don't know what that means. The Bank of Japan announced Wednesday data for the unsecured overnight call rate. So, for example, this is what it says. Time, 17:01. Data, date, December 13th, 2023. Average O/N call rate. Don't know what that is. Let's go ahead. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in Google real quick. What is average O/N call rate data? Okay. Then average. All right. I'm just going to type it in real quick. Call rate data. As of December 2nd, the average hourly pay for an on-call in Maryland is $16 an hour. On-call rate. Okay, so it appears to be some rate. Let me just ask, what is call rate data? What is call rate data? Okay, it doesn't say it. What do you mean by call rate? The call money rate is the benchmark interest rate that banks charge brokers who are borrowing the money to fund margin loans. Oh my gosh. What the hell? That sounds like a bad idea. How long have people been doing this? It's what I'm doing. It's a terrible idea. Let me see. The interest rate, it's not what I'm doing, but the interest to brokers on the money they're borrowing to fund margin. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a bad idea. Look, man, if essentially I would consider that like a double leveraged account. Let me see. What is a double leveraged account?
According to FXCM, leveraged exchange-traded funds give investors the opportunity to earn double or even triple the return on an underlying index or ETF. As a result, these funds often have the word 2x or 3x in their names.
So, I'm going to take out a loan from a bank with interest to put into my brokerage account so that I can get another loan margin to go trade on. Yo, I don't know anything anymore. But regardless, the rules are the rules. I don't make them. I just abide. Um, um, okay, well, the interest rate on average is approximately 0.009. Oh my gosh. Well, then give me that loan. That's 0%. Oh man, these people are living large. Man, let me get a 0% interest loan. I mean, it's not zero. It's 0.009. That's the average call rate. And then the max is, what was it, 0.001? Okay, so it's negative. The average is negative 0.00. I'm not sure how to read this. And then the minimum is negative 0.06. I don't know exactly how to read that. Um, but regardless, man, could you imagine getting that loan from the bank? Negative 0.009%. Essentially, what's that? I don't even know what that is. Um, and then going to get margin. And then just think about this. There's just like this level 4 trading. Um, Here, real quick. I know I'm all over the place. Uh, what is level 4 trading?
According to Snyder Advisors, Level 4 strategies involve the potential for unlimited losses. For example, while option spreads have limited losses, buying a naked call option opens the door to limitless losses since the underlying stock could rise indefinitely.
So essentially, that's what I see people doing when they're trading forex. They're doing level 4 naked, just what I'm saying, trading. And I don't even. The scary thing is, I think level 4 traders know what they're doing. They know that they're butt naked out there. Forex traders, I don't think that they know they're doing level 4 trading. So what I mean by that is there a level 5? Is there? Let me see. Is there a level 5 trading?
According to optionstrading.org, most options brokers assign trading levels from 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And the thing about margin, the higher you go up on these levels, well, actually, I think it's the same until you get to like level 4 or 5. So essentially, if I was to borrow money from the brokerage, my interest rate would probably be somewhere, I'm just making up a number, like 10% a month. You know what I'm saying? So if I borrowed 10 grand and I held it for like 30 days, um, I'd probably be paying, I could be wrong, but maybe like 1,000 a month on it. It probably wouldn't be that high, but let's just say 1,000. It's probably like 10% a month. Um, when you get up to those level 4 levels, you know what I'm saying? Their interest rates are probably like, let's just say like I don't know, like 1%. You know what I'm saying? It's something crazy. So instead of paying $1,000 a month, I'm paying $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing much larger purchases, so they're probably paying a lot more in commissions and fees. You know what I'm saying? They're doing that 100,000 trade, whatever, and probably got 10 of those going or whatever. I don't know. But that's the goal. That's the goal to get there. Um, that level 4, level 5. And also, if it does get to a point where you can even have an opportunity to trade, a firm's money. If they're like, hey, we trust you. You seem to have a pretty good analysis. Would you like to trade for us? Um, so that would be awesome. But let me check my play. Okay, it's kind of doing what I wanted to do. Let me go ahead. I was just taking a look at some of the not the fun, the news, so that I'm not just trading on technical stuff. So let me go ahead and take a look at some more. Cash is about to be dethroned. Bonds are the place to be. I love fixed income. I think it's great. A lot of people have issues with it. They wish that there was like, I don't know. I guess they want to go more towards ETFs, exchange traded funds, and I'm sure there's some. I know there's bond ETFs out there. But they really just because um, this is one thing I get in the black community a lot. Okay, black people are really concerned. I don't even really consider people just black people. That sounds so, I don't know, draconian. I don't know what the word is. But black people are extremely concerned about their wealth, considering the fact that the life expectancy of a black person in America is not the highest. I think right now the oldest is about 72. I'm not sure. So, and of course, even a person who's 18, they have concerns about making it to 21. You can trade bonds. It's not that you can't trade them, but sometimes people just want to hold on to them and they're not sure, like, do I really want to hold on to this bond or do I really want to take this loss? Um, so people have issues with bonds because, you may get a 2-year bond. And if you're a person who's 18 and you're really concerned that you're not going to make it to 21, you're not really interested in a 2-year bond. You're like, you know what? I'll just get an ETF SPY, QQQ. I'll trade it or I'll just trade on SPX. And that way I'm always liquid. I always want to be liquid. And a lot of people, in my personal opinion, don't even really understand cost basis or step up cost basis or any of that. Now, when it comes to CDs, bonds, and stuff, I'm not sure how that works with step up cost basis. Reach out to your financial advisor or your tax advisor or whatever. I do think certain things may have to be liquid. Um, Stocks, I know for the most part, depending on your BD, your broker dealer, should be able to remain in the step up cost basis. But I'm not sure about CDs, bonds, other instruments. Um, so a lot of people really don't like fixed income, considering being locked in. If I could afford it right now, I would love to get a 30-year bond, 5, 6, 7% interest, um, and just chill. Um, and just every 6 months, just getting that interest payment. Uh, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna live to 30 years, but I would love to. And if there's any way I could transfer the ownership to somebody, I would have that set up. But I love fixed income. It's amazing. And if I learn how to actually trade it, oh my gosh, I don't even really know how to trade it. I just know how to hold to maturity, which is easy for me. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Um, Cash is about to be dethroned. Uh, Author Ashish Shah is Chief Investment Officer of Public Investing at Goldman Sachs Asset Management. With investors challenged by continued macroeconomic uncertainty and higher for longer interest rates, opportunities are expanding for U.S. and global fixed income market investors. It has been said frequently that the year of the bond is upon us, and by 2024 it really should be. The cash many investors hold is about to be dethroned. Fixed income is a great place to be. And I'm so pissed off because I was just talking to somebody and oh my gosh, I was so pissed off. Oh my gosh. So this person purchased a bunch of bonds, not like a couple years ago, right? Been holding these bonds. And for some reason, we're sitting down, we're watching like a soccer game or something, I don't know. And they just bring it up that, man, this is why I can't stand people who be like, I love people who understand economics and political and everything, but there's so many people who trade off of their news. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to be going to war. We're going to have this president in office or something. I don't want to be in the market. I'm going to go ahead and sell all my bonds or whatever. Man, I was like, why? 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 Now we're in an uncertain market. This would have been a perfect time to have those bonds. Those interest payments would have been getting paid out. I'm like, what were you doing? And it's like, when I talk to people like that, I'm like, dude, you need to get yourself an advisor. Get yourself an advisor and leave, like, somebody, I don't know. That giant pissed me off. I'm still pissed off about that conversation. It's not even my money. But I just hate when I see people do that shit to their own self. Especially, I'm talking to these Forex traders, man, doing butt naked trades out there. Man, I was talking to them like, yo, do you have like a average down or a hedging or something strategy. And these forex traders are like, no, no, I don't do that. None of that. I'm like, yo, so what do you do? It's just like, yo, I just put this trade in and I let it ride and I put my stop loss here and I put my take profit here. And I'm like, yo, but so what if you put your trade in and it keeps hitting your stop loss? I think you may be buying in the green and selling in the red, and people are stuck on what they're stuck on. So that's why I'm looking at strategies to average down, to hedge my position. Let me see what my position is doing. And we're going to get to this real quick. But essentially, okay, it's doing what I wanted to do. Like, that's essentially, if I had to guess, that's what the big wigs are doing. The big wigs ain't taking losses. Are you crazy? If I lose $4 million in a trade, do you think we're going to just take that loss? No. I'm going to sit there. We're going to double down, or we're going to hedge it, or something. We're not going to sit there and just take a $4 million loss. What in the world? Then when I look at some Forex traders, they just take it. They just take it on the chin. I'm like, yo, oh my gosh. That's not what your chin was made for. Okay? Like, it just frustrates me. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm a commodity daily. Gold is trading lower ahead of U.S. FOMC policy meeting. Reached 1977. Damn, that's a good price. I don't know. Shit. All eyes on U.S. FOMC meeting. What's this FOMC meeting? FOMC meeting. What is that? Federal something. Federal Open Market Committee. Okay. So everybody's waiting on this meeting. Let's see what this meeting is about. What to expect from today's meeting. Isn't that crazy? Like, this is what's crazy. Before I start trying to research this Forex stuff, this news I wouldn't have got till about 8:30 a.m. in the morning. 9:30 a.m. in the morning. But now I'm getting it at 3 a.m. in the morning. So we got What to Expect by Megan Leonhardt. She published this about 49 minutes ago, December 13th, 2023 at approximately 2:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Federal Reserve is expected to leave interest rates unchanged at the end of its policy. Oh my, is that today? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I saw this. Okay. Here, let me see if, gosh, man, I used to have this read aloud tool, and I don't know what happens when you update stuff, and let me see if I can figure something out real quick so that you can read along with this with me. All right, so we're not gonna go ahead and read this whole episode, this whole article, but we're gonna, read a little chop of it. So just bear with me. I mean, it's a podcast, Let's go ahead.
The Federal Reserve is expected to leave interest rates unchanged at the end of its policy meeting today. The more important news will be the release of Fed officials' rate projections for the next year. Although the November jobs report was stronger than anticipated, and the latest consumer price index reading showed little progress in bringing down core inflation over the past 12 months, the Federal Open Market Committee is likely to judge monetary policy sufficiently restrictive, keeping its benchmark federal funds rate target in the range of 5.25% to 5.50%. We think it's unlikely that the Fed will raise interest rates tomorrow, writes Gargi Chowdhury, head of iShares investment strategy for the Americas at BlackRock. This backdrop of a strong labor market moderating with still elevated inflation bodes for a period of pause from the Fed, where they observe how the economy reacts to the current level of restrictive rates. With most Fed watchers having concluded that the central bank's rate hike cycle is finished, the focus now turns to how many rate cuts Fed officials are willing to signal for 2024. The dot plot will likely show that few members, if any, expect further hikes,
While most anticipate the central bank will need to start cutting rates next year to stimulate economic growth as inflation nears the Fed's 2% goal.
Okay, so this is what I could imagine by a bunch of traders, right? Oh man, that news is so uncertain. We don't know if they're going to cut interest rates or not. What's going on? What are we going to do with our lives? Right? Because they can't make a determination if the Feds are going to cut interest rates or not. And not to mention, it's kind of a backwards way of thinking. If they cut interest rates, that may not be the best thing for inflation and interest rates and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not interest rates. It may not be the best thing for the economy. They cut interest rates. That means more money is going to be flooding around in the economy, giving the dollar kind of a devaluing the dollar. But if they raise interest rates, taking a more aggressive approach, that's going to suck a lot of money out of the economy. And then think about it with the job thing. They said they put approximately 200,000 jobs out there. I think it was about 190,000, but they put those jobs out there. But if I'm correct, nobody's going to be getting those jobs. The people who are in the jobs already have their jobs. They're getting the wage increases. People that are without jobs are still going to be without jobs because I think the unemployment claims was still pretty much the same. So the same people who are out of work are out of work. The same people who are at work are at work. So that was like, believe it or not, not a good thing. I don't want to say that, but a good thing for the economy. Not a good thing at all. But in the sense of the dollar, it's going to make the dollar better because there's going to be less money being spent around the nation, so they can suck all that money out from those selected individuals who have jobs. Those people who don't, we don't know what they're doing, but they're going to figure out. They're going to look at their bank accounts and everything and figure it out. What's going on? How are they surviving? Then they're going to pull that money out. Not to mention people who have great credit scores. If they don't do something with their money, essentially lowering their credit score, taking out a loan or something, then see right there, the credit score. If you have a high credit score, then what are you going to do? You want to lower it. So what are you going to do? You're going to take out a loan. You know what I'm saying? If the interest rate's lower, that's what you're going to do. Interest rates lower, what's going to happen? People are going to start wanting to maybe sell their home and buy a new home. So there's going to be more money in circulation, devaluing the dollar. But if they do raise interest rates, shit, that home that you were thinking about selling, well, all of a sudden, you may want to rent it out just for another year, okay, or whatever. So that's now, next thing you know, money's going to be being sucked out of the system. You're going to be saving that money up. You're not going to be spending it, and the value of the dollar is going to start rising. So with this news, it's kind of like, okay, you kind of have to think, okay, all right, so they lower interest rates. It may not be the best thing for the dollar. But what I see with a lot of traders, what are they going to do? Oh, this news is, it's too mixed and confusing. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to trade. I'm just going to stay out of the market today. You know, it's like, all right, if that's what you want to do, that's why I say you got to learn how to be, one of my words I heard my boy use recently, you got to learn how to be dynamic. One thing I think about, you got to learn how to be elusive. So what's a way to approach the Forex? We got this news coming out. I don't feel like being stressed out looking at the currency markets all day. So what can I do? I can hedge my position. I can have a long USD position and I can have a short USD position. Now with the currencies, which ones am I going to choose? I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to, so let me go ahead and get to the positions that I was working on. I'm sorry. I got to take a quick break. And then we're going to work on the positions that I'm working on. I'm going to be right back. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chainman, and this is House of Barf. Introducing the Listener Support Program, fueling the future and quality of House of Barf. Dear loyal listeners, at the House of Barf, we strive to bring you the most engaging, informative, and entertaining content every day into the world of business, accounting, regulation, and finance. We strive to provide you with expert knowledge, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions to help you excel in your financial endeavors. We are dedicated to fostering meaningful conversations, sharing valuable insights, and creating a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about business, accounting, regulation, and finance. Producing high-quality content requires dedication, resources, and effort from a talented team of one, me, but in the future, hopefully I'll have a team. That's why we are excited to introduce our listener support program. This initiative allows you, our cherished audience members, to play a pivotal role in shaping the future and the content and assuring House of Barf's sustainability. In the future, becoming a supporter, you will be able to enjoy a range of exclusive benefits. Benefits that I'm hoping to be able to bring eventually: early access to episodes, access to episodes that are not, public, that are not accessible to everyone, possibly even create better content. And then all those mistakes I make, maybe I'll put them in a separate episode. You'll be able to get some behind the scenes stuff, and other exclusive things such as merchandise. Possibly I have a children's book coming out, may be able to offer that. Your support goes directly towards enhancing the quality of our content, expanding our reach, our research, and investing in new resources and technology to bring you even better experiences. Your contribution will help us continue to deliver thought-provoking discussions, captivating stories, and insightful I didn't mean to say that. Maybe in the future, may possibly interview someone that will keep you engaged and inspired. Join us in shaping the future of House of Barf by becoming a supporter today. Your generosity empowers us to keep our conversations alive and ensures that we can contribute to provide valuable content to audiences around the United States and hopefully in the future of the world. To support us, simply visit podcasters.spotify.com. Then you can get to House of Barf. Also, it is on Spotify. And support this podcast and become a supporter and choose a membership tier that aligns with your preferences. Every contribution, no matter how small or how big, makes a meaningful impact and is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being an essential part of our journey. With your support, we can reach new heights and create content that truly resonates with you, our incredible listeners. God bless. Happy listening. I'm Chanman. This is House of Barf. Again, if you would like, you can visit podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Chan-man7. And you can go to support this podcast and become a supporter today. Thank you. You can also reach me at c287gph@gmail.com. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Yo, what's good? Chainman House of Barf. All right. Sitting here with my Bev, my bottle of smart water. Thank you so much to everybody who decided to stop by, kick with your mans. I appreciate it. Oh crap. Now my play is not working. So what I was just discussing is, you get the news that the Fed meeting is going to come out, whether they're going to raise interest rates or not. Man, my play got away from me. So how do you approach it, right? Crap. So we don't know which way they're going to go with the interest rates. Some people are going to say that they're not going to raise them. Some people say that they're going to lower them. Some people say they may even take an aggressive approach and raise them. We got to fight inflation. We have a political thing coming up. We got an election year coming up. So I'm pretty sure Joe Biden, Janet Yellen, Kamala Harris, that whole team of people want to look good. Jerome Powell, want to look good. So we got a bunch of stuff coming up. So one play that I have right now is shorting USD JPY, and it's going against me right now. When it was going in my favor, I probably should have put a hedge in just to secure that loss. It was like at $1.75, which could easily be $1,700 for somebody, or maybe $17,000 for somebody else. But right now I'm trading on nano lots to just understand the market. Because I've never traded Forex before. I just started trading Forex probably like 2 weeks ago. So what I did was I had a long position USD JPY, and when you do this with Forex, you have to actually have two separate accounts. So I had in one account I had the long position, which did well, so I closed it, and then I put in a short position to ride the market down. And it was going in my favor. It was going well, but now it's not going in my favor. So with the Fed meeting coming out, I have the short position on the USD JPY, which I think is cool to hold. I think I can just leave that for right now. It does look like it is trying to reach this resistance level. Currently, right now, the USD JPY is trading at approximately 145. What is that? Is that dollars? What? And this is another thing I was trying to talk to recently about with a buddy, and they didn't want to listen. They were like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, why don't we sit down and talk about it? It's so confusing. I was like, man, get me the fuck out of here. I can't. How am I going to trade with you? And the answer to shit is just too confusing. If y'all look at Forex, this shit moves like a motherfucker. There is no way that you can say this is too confusing with something that moves this much. I mean, one little price change, they go off of this percentage in price or something like that. I'm sorry. What is the pricing? I believe it's dollars. Pricing of Forex. I just don't want to say it incorrectly. Oh my gosh. This is one thing about Forex. This is how I know that this game is rigged, because every time I pull up some information about Forex, it's like, get active trader tool, get this tool, get this tool. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I want to learn about Forex, and the only way you can learn about it is if you go probably pay for a class or something. I'm trying to figure out. Excuse me. What is the pricing Forex calculator? Oh, they got Forex calculators? I hope so. That'd be awesome. In the form of bid-ask spread. The spread is the difference between the bid and ask. As the prices are similar to each other, financial products, the bid is the price at which trader is able to sell a currency pair. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is in dollars. Okay, I don't know if that's exactly true, but I'm going to say that's in dollars. So for the time being, bear with me. Currently, the price of USD JPY is, well, it's not the price, because there isn't a price. It's the spread. The spread is 0.006. The way I have my settings is I'll pay commissions and fees, lower spreads. The reason I like lower spreads, if I ever get caught up in a situation where I'm just like lost, and I just let's just say the market shoots up and I'm making money and I just don't know what to put my price in at, I can typically probably hit just market order, and my spread should be low. And I'm okay with paying the commissions and fees. Or you can do no commissions and fees, larger spreads. And that's when you could get messed up thinking that, you get kind of out of a trade, or if it's going kind of crazy or against you, or you made a lot of money and you're thinking that, oh, let me just go ahead and close this position. And next thing you know, you close at a price that you're not ready for. I'll go ahead, and if I make a pretty good profit, it should cover the commissions and fees. I'm looking at some of my commission and fees right now. I'm seeing 4 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents, 1 cent. And of course, I'm trading nano lots. I'm pretty sure that later on that can be $4, $5 probably $40, $50, depending on your trades, your unit sizes. Let me see. Are Forex traded in dollars? Or let me see. Is Forex priced in dollars? A few currencies known major. These currencies include U.S. dollar. Okay. How is Forex priced? In Forex trading, currencies are listed in pairs, such as USD. Okay. Blah blah blah. There will also be price associated with each pair, such as 1.25. So there will also be a price associated with each pair, such as 1.2569. And that's what I want to know is, okay, that price, is that dollars or it's the price of the pair? So I don't know how to say it correctly. I want to hear somebody say it. So that, here real quick, I'm just going to type in Forex for idiots. Forex. Or for beginners. Let me see. Of course, technical analysis. This chart went this way. This chart went low. Supply, demand. Okay. I like this. Sorry. This is the trading channel. Let me see if we can.
Video will have a complete understanding.
Give me a second.
1-3. I know my handwriting's awesome. And so now we know that the euro is stronger than the dollar at the moment because it takes us 1.07 or $1.07 to equal 1 euro at this moment. And for a last example, I want
give me
504.
No.
Every trader that watches news events in order to predict these fluctuations in prices and trade accordingly. Now, as I just said.
Okay, see this guy, the trading channel. The foreign exchange market is a global marketplace. Okay, here we go.
Forex is traded in something called a currency pair. So the very next thing we're going to do is take a look at what is there. And we use this currency pair to determine the exchange rate of two separate currencies. To make this more clear, you can see on the screen, we have the Aussie dollar. And what I'll do is I'll also put a screenshot of every three-letter abbreviation that equals a specific currency on the screen somewhere right now. And these three-letter symbols, again, represent a specific currency. So in this case, we have the AUD, which would be the Australian dollar, versus the USD, which would be the United States dollar. In a currency pair, the first currency in this pair is what is known as the base currency. And the base currency is always equal to 1. The second currency in a currency pair is what is known as the quote currency. The quote currency is the quote you actually see on the screen. So the way to look at this is it takes 1 Australian dollar, and if I have 1 Australian dollar, I have roughly 0.6504 cents of United States dollar currency. So that means it takes roughly 65 cents USD to equal 1 Australian dollar. So in this case, I want to ask you, which currency is stronger at this moment? Well, if we only need 65 cents USD in order to equal 1 Australian dollar,
I'm going to say the USD is stronger.
Then the USD is stronger than the Australian dollar at this moment. Let's do this one more time with another example. On the screen is going to be the base currency. That's going to be the euros. That means the euros.
So the euro USD in this example, and this was done 6 months ago, is $1.07 or $1.0713. So the euro is stronger because it's taking $1.07 to equal 1 euro.
Be equal to 1. Then we have the dollar, which is what? It's called the quote currency. Since the dollar is the quote currency, that means it takes $1.0713 USD to equal 1 euro. So let's go ahead and put that down. We have 1.0713. I know my handwriting's awesome. And so now we know that the euro is stronger than the dollar at the moment because it takes us 1.07 or $1.07 to equal 1 euro at this moment. And for a last example, base currency.
Okay, I'm going to skip this last example.
Trades. Now, in terms of Forex brokers, there's plenty of options out. Broker, you look for, reg out for forever.
He's talking about different brokers.
And at this point, just look through the list of brokers. Here is one pip. And what's really important for trading view, let's move on now and talk about what is a pip. So a pip is how the Forex market moves. It stands for percentage in points. And what's really important for you to understand is what a pip is. A pip is the fourth place after the decimal. So right here, we're looking at the euro dollar. This is the important part. What you really need to understand is that a single pip is the fourth place after the decimal. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, which one of these numbers is a pip? The fourth one, if we...
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm going to fast forward.
It went up by 1 pip. Let's do a couple more examples. What if we go to 139 pips?
Okay, so one thing I also want to understand is the pricing.
Per is about 100 units of currency. And 100 units of currency means that generally you'll be making and losing about 1 cent per pip. As we go up, you can see that these numbers go up. So as we go to a micro lot, which is 1,000 units of currency, being your position
the 100 units was a nano lot. That's what I'm trading.
Size, you're going to be making and losing about 10 cents per pip. As we go up to a mini lot, which is 10,000 units of currency, you're going to be making and losing about $1 per pip. And as we go up to a standard lot, we're going to be making and losing $10 for every single pip. Price moves up or down. So again, that is a generalization and a general rule of how much each pip is going to be worth. It's a little bit different as price goes up, as down, the price moves there. I like to personally use. This position size calculator is on myfxbook.com. You can literally just type in position size calculator for Forex on Google. It'll be one of the first like 5 that pop up.
I'm doing it right now.
You can see right under the video. And this makes determining the value of a pip extremely easy without you having to do any math at all. All you have to do is put in the currency pair you're trading.
Nope, right
put
here.
in your account currency. Then you're going to put in your account size. Let's say you have $10,000 account. The next thing you can do is type in what percent of your account you want to risk. Let's go with a 2% risk. And then we're going to need your stop loss. Let's say that the amount you're willing to lose on that trade is about 20 pips. Now, all you have to do is hit calculate, and this will show you the exact amount of units that you need in order to place this specific trade. So a position size calculator is going to be the way to go instead of trying to determine the value of a pip by using a bunch of math. Instead of that, let's just use the position size calculator, because if it's here, why would we not use it to save some time? Now, as I said, in order to use this correctly, you're going to need to know what your stop loss is in pips. And for that reason, what I want to do right now is go through what a stop loss is, how you can set a stop loss correctly, and talk a little bit about distributor.
I'm sorry. I just want to hear about pricing real quick.
Roughly 43 pips down to for your stop loss on you're going to need to use position size. The bigger the complicated subjects for 90% of people that attempt to start Forex trading, but I'm going to make this very simple, I promise. Leverage is the use of borrowed funds from your broker in order for you to be able to have larger positions. It gives you a ability to have a larger position size. And what did we just say about pips? Every pip the market moves while you're in a trade is going to be worth a certain amount. That number, the amount each pip is worth, goes up depending on your position size. The bigger the position size, the more each pip is worth. So with that being the case, obviously, leverage can help you grow an account faster because each pip can be worth more. But it can also cause you to have much larger losses to your account. That in this case, what is your maximum position size? Your maximum position size that you can have in a trade or in the market at all is just your 10,000 units. So this would be your maximum position size with zero leverage. And what I want you to do is to start thinking of leverage, not as some complicated thing you have to try to figure out, but as your maximum position size, your leveraged account. Let's go with a 10-to-1 leverage to keep math very simple, but it's going to be the same for any leverage you use. The numbers are just going to change based on what leverage amount you have. We're going to go with a 10-to-1 leverage. So on a $10,000 account with 10-to-1 leverage, Now, instead of your maximum position size, you can have at any one time in the market being 10,000, it's now 100,000 units. Now, the wrong way to use leverage would be to go out and just place a trade with 100,000 units, because that means that each pip is going to be worth 10 bucks. You only have 100 pips before you blow your entire account. That would not be the right way to use leverage. But what leverage can help us do is, what if we wanted to be in 3 different trades, all at a 2% or less risk? Well, we couldn't do that more than likely with just 10,000 units of maximum position size. We can do that now by utilizing leverage, which in my opinion and the way I trade, this is going to be the correct way to use leverage. It's a trade with that's fine. That's on. You said, hey, I'm going to risk a little more than normal. I'm going to trade as our first example. So on this trade, remember the 43 pips is our stop loss, but let's say you wanted to risk $500 this time. You said, hey, I'm going to risk a little more than normal. I'm going to go with a $500 risk. That's 5% of the account. And what we have to do now is figure out what position size do we need for this stop loss to equal $500. Remember, we have a 10K account with 10 to 1 leverage, meaning we have 100K buying power. We can open a maximum position of 100,000 units. Let's go over to the position size calculator.
You hear all this? This is like level 4 trading for people who probably have no experience trading.
The pound dollar yet again, and we're looking at an account size of $10,000. We're looking at a risk of $500. By the way, you can swap this from percent to regular money, just like that. We're going to be looking at a $500 risk. And remember, our stop loss was 43 pips. So if I hit calculate, I'm going to ask you a very serious question. After learning what you have about leverage, we're risking $500 on a $10,000 account. Be honest, do you think you should be able to place that trade?
Yeah.
So many of you probably just said yes. You're thinking, oh, it's just $500 risk on a $10,000 account. Why wouldn't I be able to place that trade? Remember, leverage is our maximum buying power. And with the leverage we have currently that we've discussed throughout this video, 10K account, 10 to 1 leverage, what's our max buying power?
100,000.
100K units. Now, I want you to look at the units and look how much we would need to place this trade. In order to place this trade, we would need 116,000 units. Our max buying power with leverage is only 100,000 units. So even though all we're trying to do is risk $500 on a $10,000 account, which I know seems like it should be capable, you should be able to do that, you can't do that because your broker is only giving you 10 to 1 leverage. You have a max buying power of 100K units. And that's the reason you can't place this specific trade. So hopefully that clears up a little bit about leverage. Let's take a look at one more example. Calculate. Now, we don't have to go through much. You should know by now that you have a 10K, $9,000 is your max buying power. That is start finding your leverage with your account power. They've all mastered their risk management and they've all mastered their mindset. We call this trading psychology. And right, all the strategies, setups.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I know y'all are like, what the hell? I'm listening to this guy watch YouTube. Look, I'm doing my research. You're more than welcome to stay with me.
Inclusive, completely.
I'm still looking at the trading channel.
Exchange some of your US dollars, since which example of that right now. What you're actually making money on in the Forex market and what you're trading based on is this exchange rate fluctuating in value, going in with leverage currencies are represented. And
what I'm trying to figure out is
you're looking so ISN. So
I think I have an idea.
And this is our AUD it was.
Sorry, I'm fast forwarding.
It's going to be our.
I'm trying to figure out like
30.72. How many pips did we move? Oh,
okay.
I wonder question I get all the time. How do I calculate my wins and my losses in Forex? And today in this video, is what I'm going to show you how to do is determine the value of a pip. So how do we do amount trading? So
I'm not sure if this one
of size per last column. into
not the pip. I want to value like
profit. At one point, money we
when I'm about to purchase something. I want to know like how much am I putting up.
So that's the way of getting up 2016.
Give me just one moment. I'm so fast forwarding.
Understand my stop loss. And let's do this first. Let's go ahead and say I want to buy.
Say I want to buy
or invest in this house. You need $20,000, right?
Okay, I'll take a look at this in a little bit.
That shit goes up. That's not how you want to use $1 dollar. Means have for every $1 of so.
I think I may have kind of an idea how it's calculated, but let's go ahead and move forward. Let me check my position and see what's going on. Oh, okay, it's going in the direction I want it. Cool. We're good. So, real quick, back to my trades real quick. USD JPY. Sorry. I was trading it earlier. And one thing I did was, I put in a short and a long position. The long position did very well. Not very well, but I did pretty good. I probably did like 50 pips or something. And I closed the position. It was only like $2 or something like that. Here, let me see. It was like $2.36. Let me see how I can calculate that. I can't remember how many lots I had. I was probably like 8 nano lots. So that's crap. Bear with me. I'm gonna do where would I begin? 0.01. Well, let's take a look at where I'm at right now. The price I got it at is 145.527. It's at 145.843. So I'm down approximately $1.93. Now, because it's Japanese yen, I believe the second spot is the pip. See, according to this, I would think that I'd be up. I'd be up about 3 pips. But, the spread. Okay, got to incorporate the spread. All right, I'm going to work on that later. I'm going to work on that and then I can bring it back later, or just give me a second. So, went long, did pretty well. Closed the long position, left the short position open. Now I'm kind of banking on because it went up, I'm kind of expecting it to kind of have a downward movement. My indicators, which are lagging, are showing downward movement. Some of my indicators that I have the VWAP. Currently it's above the VWAP, which means it's bullish. Then also I have the, I can't remember, estimated moving average. I have, I don't know, the number 9, number 20. I don't know. And right now, they're getting close together. The 9 and the 20 are getting close. Meaning if the 9 stays above the 20, that it's bullish. But if the 9 and the 20 look like they're about to cross, then it's probably going to have a reversal and start going to the bearish territory. Which the 20 is starting to get closer to the 9. My RSI is indicating neutral. My CCI is indicating neutral. I have both of them. I know I probably could just use one of them, but I like both of them. I just like comparing both of them. You know what? I may just go ahead and merge these two, and just have them both on the same chart, RSI/CCI. And then my MACD is indicating, I know. You know, this is what gets really difficult when you talk to people. I say it's reaching, what's this? Sold territory. But yes, if you're using it, essentially, convergence and divergence and everything. Essentially, the MACD is showing me that the price is getting away from the moving average in the sold territory. I'm not sure if that's still convergence, because I believe convergence is when the price is getting away from the moving average, and divergence is when the price is getting closer to the moving average. This one is converging. meaning the price is moving away from the moving average, except it's going in the sold territory. So what I'm getting is a bearish trend. So it's kind of doing what I wanted to do. So I got that. I got the short position on the USD JPY. Got that. We're good there. I have my take profits at 100 pips, and I have my stop loss at 50 pips. All right. So got that taken care of. Now let's just say that the Fed meeting says, hey, we're going to raise interest rates. Now, initially, that's going to be bad sentiment because initially, people hear that, oh, they're going to raise interest rates. Oh, the economy is screwed. We're fucked. But to be honest, I mean, for the USD, it'd be good. It'd make it more powerful. When the USD is more powerful, that means when you go to the store to purchase something, you're going to have more money going back home. So when you go to the grocery store right now and you have like 3 items and it's like $30, you're like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened here? Now, when the US dollar is stronger, you go to the store, you got 3 items, it's going to be like $10 because the dollar is going to be more powerful, meaning that you can use less dollars to purchase your goods and services and whatnot. So, if the interest rates rise, that means, when people pull out loans and whatnot, they're going to be paying more back to the banks and whatever. It could hurt because businesses are going to have to pay more to run their business because of the loans that they're getting from the banks. So prices could essentially go up. On the other end, there's not going to be a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of people doing stuff. I guess we could enter another stage of recession. I could be wrong about that, where I guess inflation is high. I can't remember what recession is, but I'm going to go ahead and keep moving because I really do got to get ready to wrap this up. My bad. So on the other end, I got the short position on the USD JPY. Now I want to get a long position. I'm not going to fool with the USD JPY because I already had that long position. And now I want the short position to do what it do so that I can close this position out. I've been doing really well. So I put in $100 and initially I took a $17 loss, or 17% loss. It wasn't a big deal, to be honest. It's nothing. I threw a dart in the dark and just saw what it landed. And I just wanted to see what happened because I was doing demo trading and the volatility was crazy. So when I moved to live trading, I was like, let me see what it does. And it did the same. It moves like crazy. I want to even know how my demo account's doing. I haven't even been paying attention to it. And this is what's important to me is so many people say Forex trading is for the day, the week, nothing that you want to stay in long term. So I haven't checked my demo account and, oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's doing well. See, this is what also I'm going to incorporate. Oh, and my other demo account is doing terrible. Oh, okay. So I did a long position Euro USD, and that one's doing terrible. And then I have a short position in Euro Canada. That one's doing well. And then, I have 2 short positions on Euro Canada, and those are doing pretty well. They're up about 20 pips. So that's fantastic. But that also shows me that you don't have to trade this thing every day. That's just YouTube movie shit. Sometimes you just got to get real, stop watching so much Kevin Samuels every day, and get out there in real life, it's like, nah. But yeah, so that hedge position is doing well. So now I want to get a long USD position, but I don't know which one. What is this? The Swiss franc? Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I hate messing my charts up. All right, let me see USD. I'm gonna go to this one, USD CHF. And the CHF, what is CHF? Is that currency? Swiss franc. Okay. So USD Swiss franc. Or I guess I could short a position that's against the USD, like the British pound. Let me see. And I guess that's kind of the same play. But this British pound looks to be boring as hell. This shit ain't moving. Let's see. I'm looking at it, or not boring as hell. It's ranging. It's in a nice little range. It has its area that it stays in. So I don't want to mess with that right now. USD CHF. USD CHF. USD Swiss franc. This one has a little bit more movement. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think we're in a good area. What am I looking at? The 15-minute? Oh, shit. I think I just got this at a good time. Looks like it was dropping. And it looks like it may be having a reversal. Let me check another one real quick. See, that's CHF. Let's go to USD. Is there a USD New Zealand dollar? Let me see real quick. Let me see real quick. I just want to check some of this news on the Swiss franc. I don't know. A lot of this news doesn't make sense to me. How inflation can keep falling. Let's see. The Department of Labor on Tuesday reported that consumer prices rose a seasonal adjust of 0.1% in November from October. That put the 3.1% above their year earlier level for the smallest gain. So I'm moving forward. I'm sorry, I'm skipping through this. So a lot of progress has been made. Overall inflation topped out at 9.1% in June 2022 and a core inflation of 6% in September of that year. But the Fed is aiming for 2%. And while the Commerce Department inflation figures it focuses on tend to run a little cooler than the Labor Department's Tuesday report doesn't count. Okay. The good news is there's evidence that cooler inflation readings could be coming in the month ahead. Prices for a lot of goods have been falling lately, a reflection of how the unwinding of supply chain problems and the apparent increase in promotional activities by retailers. Okay, great, fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna keep moving. USD CHF. I'm gonna see if there's a USD NZ. What's the New Zealand? Was it NSD? Let me see. Okay, there's not that symbol. So let me see if it's New Zealand USD. NZD backslash USD. Is that a thing? Okay, it is. Okay, so this is dropping. Fantastic. All right, so I think I have either I'm going to short this. Does this range? No, it has movement. Let me see. I'm on the 20-day 1 hour. This thing looks to be dropping as well. But it does look to be cooling on the drop. Okay, so I think I'm going to stay away from that. I think I'm going to go USD CHF. So essentially right now it's 87 cents. So the Swiss franc is stronger than the USD because it's taking 87 cents to make 1 USD. Let me get in here and just go ahead and go long in this. Looks like it's consolidating. Fantastic. Man, this thing does not really ever break consolidation. Like ever. I mean, over the last 10 days at least. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if there's anything else out there. Something that, because I'm short, let's see, USD JPY. Let me check it out. Essentially saying that, let me see what the price of this is. 1.25. So the Japanese yen is weaker. It takes $1.25 to make $1 USD. and I'm shorting it, essentially saying that the Japanese yen will be stronger than the USD, if I'm correct. And I want to get something that's going to say the USD is going to be stronger than whatever it is. Let's look at USD CAD. USD Canadian dollar. I gotta hurry this up because if I don't, I'll be doing this at 6 a.m. in the morning. And this one's consolidating as well. So I think my only option is just to do the USD JPY. Let me just, give me just a second. We're going to pick something. I'm going to stay in the United States. I could go crazy with everything else. What is the ZAR? What is ZAR? Currency. South African Rand. Okay, that's an option. Let me take a look at it. ZR. Okay. Looks like this may have an opportunity. It looks like I may have missed the breakout. It looks like it's consolidating. I don't know, this one. This one's been having some growth. Serious growth. Man, over the last 20 days. Let me look at the 5-minute chart. It's reaching resistance levels. The initial resistance level, but it's actually breaching resistance. But it's near like a 5-day high. Let me see what the 1-year high is. Yeah, that's like the 1-year high. So that's pointless of even messing with that either. It may go past that. It's very possible. I'm not sure if I want to mess with that. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to find something real quick. GPB, I told you that one's kind of boring. Okay, so you know what? Let's just keep it simple. We're just going to keep it simple just for the sake of content creating. And we're just going to go ahead and go to USD JPY. Got a short position. Let me just go ahead and hedge my short position. It's down approximately 33 pips. What do I got? I got a stop loss at 50 pips, right? Oh shit. See, I want this to at least stay open until we get, the meeting. Let me see what time. Let me see real quick. What time? Let me see. What time is the FOMC meeting today?
According to Mint, known as the Federal Open Market Committee's meeting, FOMC meeting, the rate announcement will be at 2 p.m. EST on December 13 to 12:30 a.m. IST on December 14th.
Okay, all right. So it's going to be today around 2 p.m. So, it's not a real big deal right now. Let me remove my stop loss. I'll say this, look. If this thing goes up 200 pips, take it. Here, let me bring that down. I'll go 150 pips. Take it. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna put in a long position. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. See, I'm not even using limit orders or anything. I'm just doing market. That's how I would like to put in my positions. I would like to use a limit order. Like, for example, if this hedge position turns around and it's down approximately 33 pips, and now let's say it's up, it breaks even, then that's when I want to enter my long position. Let me, or even a little bit before then, let me see what that price would be. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. 30 pips. That'd be about the current I'll just do the sell price is 145.850. So if this thing comes around 30 pips, that's going to make it 145.554. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take that. If it gets to about 150 pips, just go ahead and take the gains. What's 150 pips? Let me do the math real quick. 150 pips times 0.01 because I'm doing nano lots, and I believe it's approximately 8 lots, so that'd be about $12. That would be amazing. Let me just go ahead and do 200 pips. So 200 pips would be 200 times 0.01 because that's 1 penny times I believe I have 8 lots. That'd be about $16. So fantastic. I'll take it. Let me go ahead and move that. So what I want to do with my long position is I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order in. I'm going to hit a buy, and I'm going to say limit, and I'm going to buy. I have about 900 units that is available to me. Let me go ahead and put in. I'm going to put in 900. And I'm going to put in a price of 145.554. And of course, take profits. I'll put at 100 pips, and stop loss at 50 pips. This stuff is made so easy. It's ridiculous. People probably don't even understand what they're doing. This is what you call gamification. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. If when my short position turns around, then go ahead, and I got the limit order in there. So I'm going to go back to my short position, and I'm going to put the stop loss back in. But I'm going to put a stop loss at like 100 pips. Give it some room. But if it does just keep dropping, then go ahead and get out. Now, my long position, again, is a limit order. It has not executed yet, but we can, I can just go over it real quick. If this gets to, right now, of course, the sell price is 145.867. I said if it gets to 145.554, enter into the position. I'm gonna go long in the position. Just a tad confused. How is 145.554 higher than 145.864? I'm a little confused about that. Okay, just a little confused. Why is that 867? I think I got this wrong. Yeah, I want if it goes up 30 pips, then I get in. Not if it drops. Oh, so let me try to do this again. So I'm gonna take the current sell price 145. Sorry, I know this is terrible. 867 times. I want to do 30 pips. So what is 30 pips? 30 pips is 30 cents. So yeah, I got this in the wrong way. I want, if this gets up to 145, current price 867 plus 0.03 is 145.897. That's what I want to put in. 145.897. Okay, so let me change my limit order. 145,897. What? They're saying that I can't do that? They're saying that's an invalid price. Let me get rid of these limit orders. Okay, so I may have to put in a stop order. Okay, so that's probably what I need to do. So let me cancel this order. And let me go to buy and go to stop. Okay, so I want to do 145,897. Okay, cool. And then take profit. I just put in 100 pips, stop loss, 50 pips. This is just easy for me. I'll do my math later. And I'm gonna do 900 units. Okay, so we're there. Okay, so that's what it was. I need to put in a stop order. Submit. There's something wrong. What? It's saying that my price is wrong. You know what? It's at 145,892. This is not what I want. I want if it goes up. Sorry, these are the things I'm doing. So I'm gonna work on this. I want it if it goes up about 30 pips to get in the position. So, I'm gonna figure this out. Put this in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I want to thank anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with me. This is House of Barf. This is all it is. Just doing research, and then I kick it with y'all. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm Chainz, and this is House of Barf. Blah! I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxton and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxton sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manxton and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manxton, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manxton learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manxton set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers with a background in finances. I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.